Everybody. Hello, my nerds. Welcome to Talking Nerds.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
We got sound effects now, people.
Thank you.
Thank
Glad
you.
to be here.
Yes. Welcome. It's been a little while, actually. We're still here, though. We're still doing stuff. I gotta tell my girlfriend I'm live right now. Live.
Yeah.
Tell her to
we're
get in
telling
here.
the whole social media.
Yeah, so get in here, people. Get in here.
Get
I
in
don't know
here.
what you're doing.
Get in here.
Get
Come on
in
in.
here, my nerds.
Love to have you.
Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot to rename the... I was so caught up in everything. You want to rename the YouTube? I'll do the Twitch one here.
I don't know if I
Talking-
can because it's on your OBS.
All right, we'll change it later.
Let me
Talking
take
Nerds.
a look. I'll take a look.
We get more people on Twitch anyways.
Yeah. But I'll fix it.
Mario! Review and Star Wars. All right.
What episode are we on?
We are on episode 15, but I named it Super Mario Bros. I did Super Mario. Oops. Super Mario Bros. Review and Star Wars Rant. That's right. That's what's happened today, people. So welcome. We have a lot to talk about today. Nick and Zach will be joining
Oh my goodness.
a little later. They got stuff going on, the stuff.
How dare they be adults?
You know the thing. So we haven't talked in I think 3 weeks now, or we haven't recorded in 3 weeks, other than gaming streams. But Tyler and I did go to C2E2 a couple weeks ago now. I guess it's been 2 weeks, so we are going to talk about that. Also, baseball season started, so the Cubs aren't doing super.
And the Cubs are looking good.
Yeah, they're behind the White Sox right now, but we had a really strong start. So
yeah.
So I'm wearing my Cubs gear tonight. So we did go to C2E2 a couple weeks ago. We also have seen a couple movies since then, so we're going to talk about that. So before we get started, though, I'm going to take the price tag off here, but I'm drinking Emerald Grouper. It's Pipeworks Brewing beer. And, you should just expect me to always have a Pipeworks beer. But this is an Imperial IPA with Creo Citra. Galaxy Creo Mosaic. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, essentially. It's very hoppy, I'm sure. So I'm excited for this. Tyler, what are you drinking?
Nice. So I've got a Classico Agua. I figured out that I don't have anything left to drink in this house.
No. I have so much beer. I wish I could just make it magically appear in your house.
Just airdrop it to me. Can you airdrop me some beer?
Yeah.
So I got water, but since we're doing a Star Wars rant, I will probably be down in this, taking a shot, because I'm gonna need it to get through the Star Wars celebration portion. So
yep,
this might be happening.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, Star Wars Celebration was last week. So we're going to go into that. We figured this would probably be the perfect time to do our Star Wars rant. So we're going to do it all in one today. We got a couple news items, and we got some reviews. We got a bunch of reviews today. So let's get started with our weeks.
You can kick us off.
Going back in time there.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
2 weeks back so far.
2 weeks, yes. So I've been doing a lot since then. Tyler, you have a lot. We have some big anime stuff going on up here. Tyler watches anime right now. Now, I should say.
We'll get to it.
Oh man, it's
Forget.
insane. But yes, so I've been watching Attack on Titan like I think like crazy for me because I do a lot. So I've been making time for it. I'm on season 3 episode 2 or 3 right now. I think 3 episode 3 or 4. Actually 3 or 4. Um man, it's awesome. It's so good.
It's good.
It's so
So good.
freaking good. So yeah, I'm hyped for it. We're gonna have our two friends on, Casey and Dilly, who are both big anime guys. They've seen all of Attack on Titan. So we're gonna do a big AOT podcast as soon as I finish, basically.
Which could be next week or 2 weeks,
Yeah, we'll see.
but at the rate you're going.
2 weeks I'm gonna be out of town. So probably
Oh,
probably looking at 3 weeks from now. Hopefully, we'll see.
okay.
So yeah. So I've been watching Attack on Titan. I've been listening to Harry Potter still. So I'm on Order of the Phoenix now. I took a break because I actually started listening to Animal Farm and 1984, which are
Mm,
both very good books.
very
Super
good.
telling of our times that we live in right now. So I've been listening to those. They're really short. Animal Farm's like 3 hours listen, and
I don't think 1984 is that short.
it's like 8 hours.
Huh.
It's pretty short compared to Harry Potter, which is like
Well,
26
yeah.
hours for Order of the
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is 27, actually.
Yeah, it's
You forgot.
yeah. We round up
Ugh.
here, you know. Um, so yeah, I've been listening to that. Been playing a lot of Diablo. I don't know if we talked about the beta already. I think we might have a
Yeah,
couple
we,
weeks
we did
ago.
definitely because
Okay.
beta was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was the
okay.
week before C2E2.
That's right. So I did play the beta. I guess we talked about it. I've been playing a lot of Immortal. So we did. I think we only did 1 or 2 streams of it, but I have been playing a lot on my own, just trying to, excuse me, get a handle on things. So I've been enjoying that. I'm like level 41 or 2 right now. So I'm getting close to
Nice.
max, which I think is 50, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I'm getting close to leveling up or fully leveling up, trying to get through the story so I can move on with the rest of the game. But yes,
Nice.
also started Dark Souls 3. Um,
Oh,
it's freaking hard. It's really hard.
yeah.
Everyone was saying it's harder than Elden Ring, but honestly, I think Elden Ring's a little harder. Um, so I don't know. Maybe it's just
Hmm,
me from my fresh Souls perspective, but and again, I just started it, so I mean the end game could be really really difficult. But
that's true.
um, it's been weird because of course an open world was a pretty new thing for Souls, and of course also jumping too is new for Souls with Elden Ring. So it's been weird not having my jump at all. I've been like, I gotta jump, and I can't jump, and it's so annoying. But also you don't have the map because you don't have open world. So I have it's like a
Right.
linear story I gotta follow here. I'm like, oh, this is so lame. I wish I could, but it's really good still. It's really good. I just got to get used to that. Um, but I've been enjoying it. I beat the first. I think it's basically the tutorial boss before I went to like the um, round table type thing. It's like a crypt
Hmm.
kind of. One thing I thought was kind of weird is that so like in Elden Ring you can level up from any bonfire essentially, right? You can level up from any bonfire once you get that once you can start leveling up. Whereas in Dark Souls, and I assume this is all of the Dark Souls, but Dark Souls 3, you can only level up at the round table. Um,
Huh.
which is really odd. So you can only fast travel when you're at the bonfires. So you have to get to the bonfire. You got to fast travel to the other bonfire where it's at, and then you got to go talk to this lady who can help you level up. So it's a couple extra steps, but it's not terrible. It's just kind of like, oh, all right, got to get used to that too.
That's kind
So
of to be expected with an older game. They definitely
right,
streamline things as
yeah,
games get newer. Yeah.
yep. Which although this is like a 20, this is not a super old game. It's not super duper old,
No, but older
but
than
I
Elden Ring.
but you're right. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've been playing Dark Souls 3, which also got me back into Elden Ring a little bit. So I've been trying to basically get through all the bosses for Journey 4 so I can play with Tyler so that I don't have to he don't have to come to my world to defeat the bosses. I can just keep going to his world. So, just defeated Godric, but so apparently there was a recent patch because I was like totally glitching out while I was fighting Godric. I still whipped his ass in one round, but I was like, dude, what is going on? It was so bizarre because I have a 3070 Ti. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening. Apparently, there was a recent patch with ray tracing, like max ray tracing added. So I put that off. I turned that off. I was like, what the heck? It was really bugging out. I turned that off and it helped. So, but man, that was
You
weird.
didn't notice the ray tracing on?
No. Well, I did. I did.
Oh.
But
Oh,
while
okay.
I was mid fight and I was like, it just started, acting up, and I was like, oh crap. still beat him, but I had to turn that off. It was the same thing in Hogwarts. I was playing, and it would like get like bright as the sun. It was freaking like everything would get really bright, and I like couldn't see anything. Apparently, it's like I don't remember if it was ray tracing. It was similar, something like that. I just had to turn it off, but I was like, gosh, why do they like automatically turn these things on? So annoying. But yeah. So those are the games I've been playing. Then we did see John Wick 4, and we saw Mario this week. So
Let's go.
let's go! Ha ha! So we're gonna do some reviews for those. Of course, I've been watching Mando. Ugh. This last episode wasn't terrible though. It got a little better. I was actually had some optimism.
Yeah.
Optimism. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, last week's episode pissed me off.
It was bad. It was really bad. So we're gonna wait till Zach and Nick get in here to talk about that stuff. So and then of course C2E2. So once Tyler's gone through his week, we're gonna talk about C2E2 for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I should get
right.
my stuff. So I will be right back.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
Do you want to know about my week?
Yeah, I do. Actually, here. I do.
Yeah.
I was like, peace. No. Let's go grab our stuff really quick. We will be right back, guys.
All right.
I put the be right back stuff. All right, we're back.
I just realized we have the same chair.
Oh, really? Nice. Except you probably have better. I got like the cheap bottoms. Like they're not the cool like the ones with the the color on the bottom. They're just the rounded off black ones. And it was false advertising because I was supposed to get the right bottoms, and they didn't send me the right bottoms, so I was pissed.
Sad.
Yes.
That's all right.
Sad.
All right. So my week. We're gonna be here for a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's all right. We got time.
So I'll start with the easy stuff. I did go to C2E2 with you. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
And then picked up some things that we'll go through when I'm done. And then we watched John Wick. It's been fun going to movies, like actually together. And then it's been a lot of fun. So we need to keep that up. And then I finished Thor 2018 comic.
Nice.
Got through all the issues. So
I have been
Spider-Man.
reading comics too. So I've been reading a lot of Rebirth, DC Rebirth. So nothing major there, but
yeah. So I finally got up and read some Thor, finished it out.
nice.
I'm on Spider-Man. And then this is where we get into the exciting off-brand for me stuff. Uh, I started anime.
Yeah.
Wow,
And boy, did you
it's kind of crazy.
start it.
And boy, did I start! Boy, did I start and finish. So,
This guy's
um,
crazy.
yeah, I basically started the Monday after C2E2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
because
the Friday before C2E2.
oh, that's right. Yeah. So the Friday before C2E2, I started Attack on Titan. Um, I finished it in 4 days. 4 days. Yeah. Yeah. That's yep. Yep. I got all
But
caught up
wait,
now.
there's more.
But wait, there's more. The issue with that is I had to watch the dub because it's my first anime,
That's not an
and
issue.
well, sure. But the issue is now with new releases, they come out sub first.
Oh
So I'm
yeah, yeah.
technically caught up on the dub, but the new release is only sub. And so I'm not about to change voice actors for this last part of it. So I gotta wait for the dub to come out. So I'm not completely caught up, but I'm finished with all the dub.
Yeah.
Um then I got hooked and I finished Demon Slayer.
Frickin' watched and
uh
finished Demon Slayer. He did this all in 1 week, people. 2 frickin'
yeah,
animes. Not short
in one
animes.
week.
Longer
Well,
animes.
Demon Slayer is only three episodes. Season one's pretty long, but their arcs aren't that long. They're
Yeah,
like
but
8 to 10
most
episodes.
animes are like one season, like 26 episodes. So
Yeah. Okay, that's true. So,
crazy, man.
anyways, oh, just wait to the end. You haven't even heard about the end. You
Oh
only
no,
know of
I know there's
like,
more. I know there's more because you have
yeah,
my Funimation. I see all that you watch.
yeah. Well, we'll
Which
see if you'll still
actually,
be
it's been kind
surprised.
of a little bit annoying because when you watch the episodes, I have to restart. There's no restart button in Funimation, so I have to
Oh,
drag and pull each episode that I watch. So I
for
get
every
spoiled
Attack
the
on
ending.
Titan
I'm like,
episode.
I gotta like not spoil the ending for. It's fine. I gave it to you, but and I'm glad
I've
you're
been
watching
trying to
anime.
I'm
But
just trying to pick the ones that you're not gonna like follow me on right away.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's
maybe
fine.
I'll go through and reset them when I'm
It's
done.
fine.
So anyway, Demon Slayer, I'm caught up, except again for the same issue, they released a new episode for the train arc or the swordsmith arc, and it's sub, so I gotta wait for dub. So I'm only caught up on dub. So I had to find something else to watch, and I found Goblin Slayer and finished it. I'm all caught up. So now I'm waiting for season two.
That one's a short one though. So
Um, right, but it's in progress. So yeah, that one's
yeah,
short. Um, but then I needed something else. Right, I'm hooked. At this point, I'm fully invested.
yeah.
So I found my hero, and let's just say right before this episode, I finished season two.
My gosh.
So I'm starting season three.
Of course you
Uh, yeah. So I'm, and there's only 6 seasons. So I'm after the season, I'm halfway through.
Yeah, Tyler's officially watched more anime than me, and I've been watching this for I think almost 2 years. I've been watching anime, and he's already watched more anime in 2 weeks.
Now I do have a cheat code. I kind of the reason I watch dub is because I can listen to it as well.
Yeah,
So I have a pretty. I go out sometimes, but I have a majority desk job, so
yeah.
I can have it playing on my desk and like do work and listen. And then
Hmm.
when I'm not doing work, watch, or like when there's a fight happening, watch. So like I got kind of
Yeah.
a cheat code because I can just do that.
Right. If I could do that,
Um,
I would blow through them too. I mean,
right, right. So
I
that's
I
my
listen
cheat
to
code.
YouTube all day, so
Yeah. So yeah, I started my anime journey and I'm pretty deep in.
yep.
So yeah, that's basically been my 2 weeks, honestly, is going through those. I haven't been gaming a lot. Just kind of been busy in life.
Yeah.
We did play Diablo on stream.
Hmm.
I think did we play it during the episode time on Thursday?
No, last Thursday was you
Oh,
had rehearsal for
I
Good
had
Friday.
rehearsal. Yeah.
So
Um,
I was gonna stream last Thursday, but I was ended up being busy. So
yeah. So, but we've been in and out.
We
with
played last
gaming
Tuesday, I
streams.
believe.
Yeah, that's when we played
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much most of what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, and it's been a ride. It's been fun. So
Yeah.
now let's talk about C2E2.
Yeah.
Um, I got some stuff that I want to show off that I think are pretty cool.
hmm So
Just because mine's a lighter pool.
yeah, a little we what's disclaimer. We did do a little live stream. We did some live streams during C2E2, but on the way home we did a live stream, and I did say I got 3 Funkos. I was wrong. I only did get 2. I don't know why I thought I got a third
Oh,
one, but
you thought you got the comic Batman edition,
no, I
probably.
got him.
Oh,
I don't remember what I thought was the other one, but yeah, you go first. I
okay.
do have a lot of more
So
comics. So
I got some dollar comics here, just some that I thought were cool. This one because I like the cover. You can't really see it that well on camera,
I can see
but
it.
it's got a holographic effect on Aquaman and
2018
some of the details.
Justice
Yeah,
League.
so it's 2018. Not really valuable. Just I thought it looked cool, and I don't have any physical comics, so this is a nice little $1 buy.
We got to get you a short box.
And then I love Spider-Man. Yeah,
and you
I
got a
love Spider-Man.
bag and board.
So bag and board. So I got these. This guy, Renew Your Vows.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's cool because I like Spider-Man. And then this one is Green Goblin. This one is bag and boarded. Not really valuable. Again, just dollar comics. Nothing you're gonna get out of it. But what I did get valuable. This guy.
Oh yeah.
Camera light is. So I got a Funko Pop Sand Trooper. This guy here is worth $95, and I paid $34. So this guy is definitely going back on the market for market price.
And
so
that one's
I
think that's a New York Comic Con.
It is. This is a
right?
2019 fall convention in New York. So that's probably the most exciting pool that I got. And just kind of started with my comic collection, you know.
You should show Nick
then,
when he jumps in. He'd like that.
Yeah. And then cool badge.
Oh yeah.
With the anime
Bleach
lanyard. I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, it's one of the big 3, so you I mean, that's that's an endeavor. That's like One Piece or Naruto. So.
I'm not starting that one yet. I'm kind of scared. One Piece is kind of intimidating.
I don't think I feel like out of the 3, it's like you kind of unless you're like really devoted and that's all you're doing is watching anime, you kind of just got to choose one of the 3 to watch. And for me, it's Naruto, so I'm gonna watch Naruto.
That makes sense.
But
yeah, I got a guy in my youth group
Naruto
who's going through One Piece.
Okay.
But he's big anime, like that's really all he watches. So
yeah, right.
But yeah, so that's my pool. We had a lot of fun. I got some pictures with some Mandalorians, super sick, and a stormtrooper, who was short, believe it or not, for a stormtrooper. And then had some good drinks. We had a blast.
Expensive
gaming.
drinks.
Yeah, I only got one.
I got one, and it was like $10 or maybe more, 12.
I think it was 11 a cup.
Okay.
Anyways, we did a lot of gaming, a lot of Counter-Strike, believe it or not. When it was getting crowded, we were like, let's just go play some games, and we were there for 4 hours. So, but it was fun. It was worth. And then got to meet up with some old friends of mine who were there, and then. I think the coolest part for me was definitely the cosplay, seeing the Star Wars parade going around the outside, the remote control R2-D2 was there.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. And then there were like a ton of anime characters that I had no idea what they were from.
Yeah.
And now I have
there were a lot of Chainsaw Man ones, actually.
I did, yeah. So. Chainsaw Man, there was like 5 that we ran into. A couple of people with ODM gear from Attack on Titan. Not many. But yeah, like there was so many characters. I was like, I have no idea what anime you're from. Now I kind of have a better idea. after surfing on Funimation and finishing
Right.
3 and halfway through my 4th. So, but yeah, so C2E2, a blast. Definitely recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be going back probably next year too, hopefully. Maybe cosplaying. We'll see. We'll see.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm for sure.
It depends on it if my girlfriend comes or not. We might get her to go. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Then I'll have to get my wife to come.
Yeah.
Double date at C2E2.
And I think Nick and Lauren might go too. So
Triple date.
Yep. So we'll see. But yeah, so here we'll go through my haul. Hopefully by the time I'm finished Nick's here, then we'll start going through some news. But I did get a couple Funko Pops. So I got one of the not so there's like a bunch of these different releases of this, but this is like essentially the one of the first Batman. Man, it's just not really showing up. There we go. One of the first Batman Funko Pops from DC Superheroes, #1. So it's kind of an OG looking Batman. There was one that was like $250. That was the like OG one, the vinyl one, I think. Or yeah, these were all the vinyl figures. So this one was $30.
I think the 250 one had like a glitter finish.
Yeah,
like
it was. This one's a little bit more like silicone finish, I guess. I don't know. The other one,
Maybe.
yeah, it was like more of a matte.
It was a little glossy. I think it had a gloss finish. That's what it was.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that one you have is matte.
Right. And then I did get the Cara Dune one. This one was $25. I had to get it because
rest in peace.
R.I.P. Yep.
Wow. I'll be your soundboard. There you go. There you go.
Gotta get used to these things. So yeah. So I'm super happy about this one. Hey, Nick's here.
Hey,
ready?
Do the applause.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. Once he comes in.
Hello. Oh, he's Hello.
He's connecting.
Hi.
Hello.
Here?
Maybe.
Now introducing Nick Homer.
Hello.
Maybe. He's a little.
We'll give him a
shy.
second. We'll give him a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll bring these back up here once Nick jumps on here. But
you should get a floating shelf and mount them on the back.
Because I have a lot of Funkos.
Just like your favorites.
Yeah. Yep. I got King Viserys, which is one of my favorites. I do have I think I have a Geralt one, maybe.
You have to.
I'm pretty sure I do.
You have to have it. I think you told me that you had
gone.
one. Oh, he's gone. All right. Well, it's a good thing we didn't bust the load too early.
I know. All right.
Oh, now introducing,
ladies and gentlemen,
Homer. He's here. Welcome.
Glad to be here, everybody.
Welcome to the stream. We've been chatting about C2E2
and our weeks. We went through our weeks.
Here's my Cara Dune Funko.
Oh, nice.
This is my Sand Trooper Funko that I got. I got it for 1/3 of its price, market price.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be reselling this bad boy as a Funko investment. So Nathan said I should show you.
Yeah, and then I got the cool. Batman.
Oh yeah, that's on my list.
Yeah,
that one's cool. He didn't get the really cool one, but he got a version of it.
The other one was like $250. I was like,
$250.
Don't think
not gonna pull another Mr. Freeze.
It was worth like $1,200 or something.
No, it was $1,200.
So it would have been a steal, $250, but I wasn't prepared to do that. So
right, next year we'll be prepared.
Yeah, I gotta have a budget, a little bit of a budget.
So. Right. $1,000.
$1 million.
$1 million.
All right, so here's we'll start my comics here. There's no particular order. I'm just grabbing them out of the bag right now. But we got Green Lantern, issue 64. So this was during the 0 Hour event in the 90s. So when Hal Jordan was taken over by Parallax. I thought it was a really cool cover, so I got it. So that's that one. We got Green Lantern Corps issue 38. This was the prelude to Blackest Night, which is my favorite Green Lantern run. And this is an iconic cover with Kilowog holding all the dead lanterns' rings.
Dang.
And he's saying, "This is what it costs."
What did it cost?
Everything. Green Lantern Corps issue 3. This is the same series as that one. This is just a lot earlier. I thought it was a cool cover, so I got that one. Pretty dope. We'll blast through these. Oops.
I will say I didn't think I'd have as much fun flipping through boxes of old comics like I did.
It's a lot of fun.
It was
Your
fun,
fingers
just,
are like
flipping
super
through.
grimy afterwards, but it's.
Are they all in plastic though?
Some
Not
of them
all of
are,
them.
some of them aren't.
Oh.
The dollar bins usually not.
Yeah,
So,
the ones worth grabbing are.
yeah, and some
Those
of
are
these
in like metal cases.
yeah, some of these were
Well-
dollars. Some of these were like $10, $15, so I can't remember which one's which. But
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying it was fun flipping through boxes.
All right, and then I got Green Lantern Corps issue 2. This is the one just before that one. This is also one of my favorite covers. So that's actually Sinestro's daughter, who became a Green Lantern. I forget her name. I always forget her name.
Like she's good.
She's good, yeah.
Huh.
Eventually, she does become a Yellow Lantern in Rebirth, but she's actually still on the good side. This is definitely a dollar comic. I think this one's not bagged and board. This is during the Night Quest, which is the third Nightfall series. Batman issue 507. I believe this is Jean-Paul Azrael. Before he went total Robo Batman. And then we got Batman issue 430. This is an iconic cover actually. I can't remember. I think this was like at the beginning of Tim Drake's introduction, I'm pretty sure. But I really love this cover. It's a classic. It was $3, so I got it.
Nice.
Then we got... I have a lot of comics here. Detective Comics, issue 574. This is a very iconic one. This one was $18. This is Death in the Family, when... Jason Todd died.
Jason Todd.
And Gracie saw this. She's like, "Oh, there was a girl Robin?" I'm like, "That is Jason Todd."
No.
Excuse you. Let him be in his bikini in peace. So, iconic cover when he's carrying, after Joker kills Jason and Batman's carrying him away. Then we got Batman issue 442. This was the introduction of Tim Drake as Robin. Also in bikini.
He's got them Speedos going.
Got them Speedos.
Is that actually a Speedo or is it just like
Yeah, it's
what
an
do they
actual
call 'em?
Speedo.
Like leggings or
Nope.
tights or something.
Their legs,
Oh.
his legs are straight out.
Because they look pink. Like his legs look pink.
It's just the artwork. It's, you know,
He needs a tan.
he needs a tan. Yeah. It's a little cold out there, you know? His legs are
Yeah.
turning red.
Right.
So, and then we got, this is during the 0 hour, like that I was talking about earlier when Hal Jordan was Parallax. This is Batman issue 0 in the 0 hour. I thought this was a cool cover. And then I think I got a couple more here. This is a variant cover, which means, I don't know if you know comics, it's just another, it's like a secondary or tertiary cover of the main cover. So this is Batman Nightfall issue 5, Batman issue 500 in the Nightfall series. A very iconic issue, but this is the variant. I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
It's a thick boy too.
Ooh.
I think this is probably like 80 pages or something like that. So. And then last but not least, Batman issue 500 main variant. So this is Azrael holding up Bane,
Oh, right.
whooping his butt.
Is that part of that one compilation?
Yeah, it's
that
Nightfall.
yeah,
Yep,
right.
one of the best
Nightfall.
Batman series of all time. So those are my runs,
Nice.
or my issues.
How
I
many is
remember
that?
just
I got a bunch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 issues.
I remember like speed flipping through the dollar before he got kicked off the floor. And I was just pulling anything that had Batman on it for him. I was just like, Batman, 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 Batman. And he was like, I don't want any of these. I was like, all right, that's fair. Oh, man.
But Nick, what was your week? 2 weeks.
What is up?
My
What's
week? Yeah, I guess
up?
it's actually been it's been like 3 weeks probably for me. But
Yeah, actually, haven't been on in
it's
a while.
it's good. It's been busy. We had the election. I was helping out with the election. We had I don't know. I've just been doing some side projects for work that I've been keeping my evenings busy. But I'm trying to catch up on Bad Batch because that has now finished. I think the season's done, so I gotta catch up
Yep.
on that. And I'm a couple
Same.
episodes behind on Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
But
Do you mind getting
yeah, that's
spoiled?
I've already. I don't mind it
Okay.
because it
Okay.
already
Well, what
sounds
episode
like
did
it's
you
been pretty bad.
finish? What
The
episode
one
did you
right
finish
before
on?
the one right before Lizzo and Jack Black. It was the
Oh,
last
Okay,
one.
so-
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you're only 2 episodes
Yeah.
behind.
Right.
But okay, yeah. You didn't see the disappointing one. So
Yeah. Nope.
That one's freaking long. Why does it keep going?
yeah, just click it again and it should turn off.
No,
I thought you
because
were
it
just
keep-
playing it that long.
Oh, yeah, it does click off. You're right. Some of them don't click off if you press it. Some of them do. I was hoping it would just turn
Yes.
off, and I was like, now this is getting awkward.
That episode
But
just pissed me off.
It still worked though.
Yeah.
Yes.
That episode just pissed me the F off.
Yeah.
I was just mad. I wasn't even upset. I just went straight to anger.
Yep. I was like,
So-
I wonder how Tyler can defend this show now.
No, I can still defend the show, but I can't defend that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but Bad Batch, and I haven't finished that yet. I don't know if you have, Tyler, but
I have
I really am liking that because it's doing some nice bridging to like between the 20 years or whatever between, like, we have bits and pieces of that through different shows and movies, and so now we're kind of getting more of that, which is cool.
the ending is pretty good too. So, and it's encouraging. It doesn't just drop off.
That's good.
All right. So you didn't do anything else other than that?
Not really, I guess. I don't know. Easter was good. Tried some good bourbons at our cousin's house. We tried Penelope, the Architect French oak staves. Ooh, that is very good. It's like a 104 proof.
That one was, yeah, it wasn't even that high of a proof, but it felt really strong. It was weird.
Yeah,
It was good. But
yeah. And when you go from, because we did Elijah Craig first, if you go from a lower proof to a higher proof, I think it's gonna feel
it's going to hit
stronger.
harder. Yeah.
Right. Like when we did Stag Junior that one time, which is like 125 or 6 or something. And then everything after that felt like nothing.
Right. That's true.
A
All
little
right.
bourbon plug.
Nice. What
Well,
are you drinking?
I'm gonna flex and say I'm drinking Blanton's.
Oh,
but not really. Or are you?
No, but I am.
Oh, you are.
But I am.
But I am.
Congrats. Congrats.
All right. Well, let's get into some news here. So we got a few things, or a couple things here to talk about before we get into reviews. So I'm gonna go ahead. yeah, so it should be. It's gonna be kind of like a we'll see, I think, for me.
Yeah.
But obviously, I love Harry Potter, but and HBO is usually good, but I can't trust anything anymore. So,
Yep.
all right. So those are our news. Tyler, you said you had some news, or did you say for
Well,
the
just
reviews?
for the reviews, I've got
Okay.
the box office numbers
Okay,
and
perfect.
different metrics. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. So the first thing we'll talk about is John Wick 4. We did see this 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was probably my least favorite out of the four movies. But I mean there was I think I was super hyped about it right after I saw it, but looking back, there are some issues I have with it. I think, I think Keanu Reeves is really like this is one of his worst acting movies. I think. Uh, he was bad in this movie actually. Um,
But
I
you
think
wouldn't like think it that much. Like we didn't think that at first.
well,
Or, like you
yeah, but
had
here's what I mean by that is like in the first ones it was the Baba Yaga, right? Everyone like
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Everybody feared John Wick. He kind of had this presence about him that like, oh, you don't want to mess with John Wick. At this point though, everybody's after him. He's so beaten up, and he's not even as impressive, I think, as he used to be. And so I've kind of lost that like reverence for him in terms of like the Baba Yaga. And so at this point, it's just Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves can't uphold himself on his own, really. So that was kind of my biggest issue with it, and I thought the villain was kind of weak, honestly. So
yeah.
but yeah, I give it a like a 7.5, I think, out of 10.
Yeah, I think like what they're trying to do, unfortunately, is it is a cash cow. Really, like when you get down to it, it's a cash
Especially
cow.
with the new show coming out too.
Yeah,
Bro,
and I think
I didn't know it.
like they're trying to expand the world in a way where it's like there's always a bigger, better something that he has to overcome,
Or some movie.
and like they're doing that by like peeling back layers of the onion of the high table.
Right.
And that unfortunately it seems like they're getting weaker as you get up there, not scarier necessarily.
Yeah.
Because this villain, he wasn't a problem, like he had the troops, but he himself wasn't a problem. Like you want a guy who's going to actually go toe to toe with John Wick and be a problem. Not just that he can send endless minions to you while you're on the stairs and push you down 3 times. So it's like, I liked it, but I would agree. I think it was my least favorite of the 4. And I said that I think coming out of it, because like it was enjoyable, but there were quite a bit of lulls in the movie for me. There was a pointless character in the movie that I had no idea what the heck was going on with.
Yep.
But he had a dog. So
Nobody.
that was cool. Nobody. What's your name?
Nobody.
Nobody. And let me tell you, he was a nobody. He couldn't pick which side he was on.
You could have
like,
taken
the
that
entire
character
movie.
out of the movie, and it would not have changed.
And it wouldn't
anything.
have changed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, least favorite, I think OG is going to be OG, right?
Mm-hmm.
But past that, I think the third one's my favorite. And then the second is my next favorite, and then the fourth would be the last. I just love the nonstop like action of the third one. It's just phenomenal. I don't know, there's something about it, just like endless waves of people coming at him, and then he's got the soldiers who come into the hotel who are actually scary because it's the first time you see like fully bulletproof armor, and you're like, oh snap, what's going on? And then he pulls out a 12-gauge slug. But either way, Lance Reddick dies.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad. But yeah, least favorite of the 4, but it wasn't awful.
No, I was not as disappointed in it as maybe you guys were. But I also don't remember the first and second as much because it's been a while. I would say I could see the third being better. Um, but if I hadn't seen the third, I probably wouldn't have any issues with the fourth. But because it was very similar to third in a lot of ways, like where they just kept on sending people over and over to him, that was cool. But because you saw it in the third, it's probably like, oh, okay,
It's
like
less cool.
right, it's less cool.
And they also
But
didn't do it at the same way and at the same level, you
yeah,
know.
though there
Like,
were
yeah.
some really cool camera shots in the movie with the up
Yes,
above.
the Diablo
and
scene
all.
was
Yes, the Diablo
awesome.
scene was sick with
That
the
was
dragon's breath shotgun.
oh
That
yeah,
was really cool.
Yeah.
easily my
That
favorite
was
part of the
awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
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 And to your point, Nathan, you were saying he just wasn't as like impressive. I mean, first off,
The Baba
nothing
Yaga.
nothing is realistic in the movies at all. Like you would
We were
die
counting
like
shots.
50
We were counting
times.
Yeah.
shots.
This guy, they did this in other movies, but they took it to the maximum effort in this movie with the like taking their what'd you call that, bulletproof like
Suit jackets.
suit
Yeah,
jackets.
suit jackets.
What's it called? Made of what's the metal?
Kevlar.
Kevlar. Yeah.
Kevlar,
Like,
yeah.
dude. Okay, the guy took a freaking shotgun. Like
Point blank.
point blank.
Well,
And
yeah,
okay, maybe it would have held it, but his arm would be shattered by the impact. His ribs would probably be broken on that side. The dude would be out.
a punctured lung at least.
Right.
Something.
So
Like-
my point is
And he got
though,
hit by 12 cars in a row.
right. Like if you have to keep in mind none of it's realistic. So if you have that in mind, like
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed that he seemed a little off because
Yeah.
he would be dead. So
Right. You
Right.
got to suspend your reality for sure. But like the funny part too is like I don't know if I have a prop that I can do this with. He's like holding up his jacket with his arm, right? So he's like this is his jacket here. Like that happened. Like that should happen, right?
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't
Right.
just be a solid wall. Like the fabric would go whoop.
John
Like,
Wick's
right.
biggest enemy, a draft.
a draft.
yeah, he'd have to like hold it taut with two hands or something.
Right. For it to do what it actually did in the movie. And like the fact that
Yeah.
it blew him 6 feet back still with like no tension in it. Just
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever.
Mhm.
And pulling off like 18 shots per like normal, maybe flared magwell. like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like no.
But even with all that, I would still give them money to see a fifth movie. And
Oh, for sure.
Sure.
so-
Obviously.
No doubt I'm going back.
Right.
so they can have that cash cow.
Oh, for sure. It's a cash cow I'm willing to dump money into.
I did like how they kind of made fun of nunchucks a bit, where it's like nobody knows how to use nunchucks, so we're just gonna use it like a stick, just whack everybody.
Yeah, there was one point he like was holding the chain, like the
Yeah.
2 bars in between his hand, like as a pole, and just
Yeah.
like beating people over the
It
head.
was so good.
Oh man!
I love.
And then he
that.
just like flings him over his neck.
Mhm.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I have to double check, but I think like when he first grabs him, I think he does like a Jackie Chan homage, like the iconic like Jackie Chan like pose, and then like just goes into John Wick.
Yeah.
But I can't prove that. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But
And they had
Um,
Blanton's in it, so
That's true. Blandon's
but
right.
I guess they did before in the third movie or something.
Yeah. So, and then there was that scene too. Yeah, they're like fighting brutally, like brutally murdering people in a nightclub, and everyone's just dancing. It's like nobody notices what's going on until like the very end. Finally, some NPCs notice.
And literally, the guy that he's fighting is fat AF. Like the dude's,
The dude's
huge.
huge.
like he's huge.
Huge.
Like the dude is massive. He's like pushing people out of the way, and they're just like, "Oh, my bad." Yeah, and then gunshots are going off, and they're like, it's like it's
This
so
music's
bad.
good. It's like where
music's good, man.
And you know what? There were no speakers to be found anywhere. Where's
No.
the music coming from? Are these people dancing to rain? What's going on? Like,
They're doing a little
Yeah,
rain
the sound
dance.
the sound of the water would have overpowered a lot of stuff too.
Right. What the
Yeah.
heck? What where
Yeah.
was that? What was going on? I was like, okay, this
And
is
that was
getting
a
a
brutal
little
end for
too.
that guy too.
Oh
Except
yeah.
John Wick should have had the same end right before
Yeah,
because he fell
right.
2 stories onto a platform,
Yeah.
then fell another 2 stories
John Wick
onto the
should have
floor.
died in the second movie, probably, actually. But
Honestly, he probably should have died in the first one if
yeah,
we're being realistic.
I can't remember exactly if there were any like really fatal things, but he got hit by
The
cars in the
end,
first one, so.
the end,
Oh,
the
you're
end. He's
right.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he would have bled
I
out,
forget.
like internal bleeding or something, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yep.
crazy. But spoiler alert, John Wick did die
die.
at the
He
end
did
of the
die.
movie. So yeah, don't know, don't
So
know if it's
yeah,
real or not, but
we did some reading, and I think I mentioned this to you guys. I don't know if you remember. They don't know if he's dead or not. The people who wrote it,
they don't even
they
know.
themselves, they don't even know. The idea is to leave it open ended,
Only the
because
Baba
they
Yaga
had
knows.
Only the Baba
they had the
Yaga.
end. At the end, they're at the gravestone. He's buried next to his wife. There's a little part where he's like, "When I die, I want a loving husband on my gravestone," and that's there.
Yeah.
So that's sweet, whatever. But like the
It was a
dog,
nice touch.
the dog is like, huh?
Huh?
And so it's like,
Shaggy?
it's like, raggy.
Raggy?
So it's like,
Baba
it's
Yaga?
like, okay, maybe this dog is, seeing John Wick, and
And they
we're not.
they're like, do you think he's in heaven or hell? And he's like, who knows? And then they laugh.
Who knows?
So yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
kind of is leading to the fact that he's still alive, but
it is, but they also don't know. It's all based on Keanu, and he said that he'll do as many movies as he can if
Yeah.
it's with the same director who's been doing all the movies. So it's
Mhm.
now hinging on if the director wants to stay with, or if he gets booted. But if he gets booted, it ends. Like nobody's gonna watch a non-Keanu John Wick, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
I don't
what's the
believe
TV
the
show gonna
budget
be?
was very big too, right?
I got the numbers, Nick. I think it's just the next.
It's actually
movie.
it's a movie, yeah.
Oh.
So my bad. It's called Ballerina. It takes place between the third and fourth movie, and it's essentially one of the the ballerinas in the Russian cult thingy that he's in. And the main character is Anna de Armas, who plays the main character in Knives Out, and she's in No Time to Die. She's in a couple other movies, I think. So, and John Wick, I think, is obviously going to be in it.
So John Wick 4 had a $1 million budget, and it grossed $73.5 million, which
That's a pretty good
sounds
budget.
bad. Right.
It's
It
tiny
sounds
budget.
bad because they didn't hit their mark, but it actually was the highest grossing of all in the franchise. Like it broke the record.
Yeah.
For opening weekend. So I don't know what all time is right now. I could look that up, but weekend was 73.5.
Okay.
I'll look that up right now so you guys can discuss that. What are your thoughts on it opening to 73.5? Does that surprise you or not?
73.5 million?
Yeah, of the 100 million, like opening weekend.
Oh, I thought you said 1 million. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I thought you said 1 million.
Small,
too. It's like,
small
100
budget.
million, 100
Yeah.
million was the budget. 73.5 was the gross for the opening weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody, so
right.
I'm not super surprised by that. It's better than It's better than what Shazam did. I mean, Shazam did awful. Shazam's budget, I think, was like $150 million. Or no, sorry, that was D&D. That was D&D, 150 million. I think so. So I think Shazam was even bigger, and Shazam did awful. So
yeah. So as of the 12th, John Wick grossed 150 million in the United States and Canada, and a total of 311.9 million.
And so what does it need to break even?
Well. 100.
Okay.
100 million is
100 was the budget, and they grossed 311.9.
Yeah.
So
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be mostly guys going to see it. So it could have been opening at 100 if wives and girlfriends came too. Not that no
Right.
women went and saw it. I'm not saying that,
Right.
but
But our women didn't.
yeah, no.
No.
Oh man, I tried to get my wife to like watch the first one. She's like, I don't want to watch a dog die. I was like, nobody does.
Yeah.
But the idea
That's
is what
the
happens
point.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, that was John Wick.
Yep. What did you guys rate it?
I think I gave it a 7.5. I think was what I gave it out the theater, and
Yeah.
that would hold. I think.
Yeah.
Because I would give, because I think I gave 3 like an 8.9 or a 9.2, one of those two in that area. And then 1 is going to be 9.8. 2 would probably be an 8.3.
If I had to, if I'm gonna enjoying the movie, I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Like I enjoyed it as a movie. If I going from like a quality standpoint, probably like a 5. But it's a John Wick automatically gets extra points just because it's not
Right.
really meant to be quality.
And
Like
that's
in
the
that
thing,
way.
like even with all the critiques, it was enjoyable. Like sure, it had a little bit of a lull, but overall, like there were moments where we're like looking at each other like, oh boy, like oh
Yeah.
snap, and we're like, oh no, like it was enjoyable, and I was kind of immersed. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something about John Wick killing people. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
It's nice.
yeah, it's nice.
One and Keanu Reeves too. I think the only other person who I can think of off the top of my head who I would watch in that role is a young Liam Neeson. Possibly.
Honestly, I don't know, guys, if you guys have seen it. It's similar to John Wick, but The Equalizer with Denzel Washington.
It's on
Phenomenal.
my list. I've never watched it though.
It's phenomenal. I think there's
Yeah.
2 of them now. They're really
There are,
good.
yeah.
I love Denzel Washington. But it's a John Wick style,
Yeah.
go on a spree, come out of retirement type
I always
movie.
get that and the Book of Eli mixed up in my head.
Hmm.
But both Denzel. All right. So next we're gonna talk about Mario. We just saw this 2 days ago, and
Yeah.
gotta say it lived up to expectations, guys.
It's good.
Dude,
That was a good
give
one.
it a round of
We
applause.
need that sound bit.
Hit the sound. Hit the sound. Just do it. Just for the one time. Hit the sound.
I did. I'll do it again.
I didn't hear it. Did you stop sharing your audio?
I did it twice. Oh, that's
I
why.
don't- That's why. Anyways, imaginary round of applause.
I'll do it one more time.
And honestly, it deserves all 3 of those applauses. It was so good.
It was really good.
I think I came out of that and told you guys, but I also told my wife, I said that was probably one of the most enjoyable movies I've watched in a long time. And
Yeah.
I would say like No Way Home probably was the most enjoyable for me since. And I haven't had that
In
enjoyment
theaters.
until Mario in theater.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Yep.
Kind of cheesy at
Well,
times.
Top
but
Gun
in the
Maverick
story-
too, though.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch that in theaters, unfortunately.
That was meant to be watched in theaters.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on from that. I'm not proud of it. Moving on. Like the story was like, okay, whatever, it's Mario, but like everything else about it, the animation, Chris Pratt, phenomenal.
It was great.
Jack Black, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, pretty good.
He was good.
Except for
good
when
as
he
DK.
laughed, I'm like, oh, that's right. It's Seth Rogen.
It's Seth Rogen.
I don't like
right.
Seth Rogen.
Right.
But like I don't know, I like how they introduced like the Mushroom Kingdom, like coming out of Brooklyn.
Seth Rogen.
Boo. Oh man. This is what Seth Rogen hears every time he goes up for a stand-up bit. So I like
Let me
how
hear
they
you do something
introduced
different.
Mushroom.
Okay. Yeah.
College comedy.
Yeah.
I really liked how they introduced the Mario Mushroom Kingdom,
Yeah.
and the pipe system, like coming out from Brooklyn and into the kingdom. And there's a little bit of a Peach storyline. You know, she's from the world, right? Real world. But I liked how they kept the animation of like the worlds the same. It wasn't like they went into a cartoon world. It was like the real world is cartoon, and like they are Mario and Luigi,
Yeah.
and then they go into Mario and Luigi's world basically. And I like how they didn't have to switch up the styles. I thought that was really fun. And yeah, I was just having a good time. And I was hunting for Easter eggs, cameos, and there's a lot.
There's a
And I'm
lot.
going back on Saturday, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So
Even some
I'd
real
see it a second
eggs.
time too. Yeah.
wait, what'd you say, Nick?
I said even some actual eggs,
Yeah.
not just
Yes.
Easter eggs.
I can't do it. I can't do the voice, but if I could, I'd spoil it.
Yes.
Okay,
Something like
there you go.
There it is.
There it is. Now you know.
So I've heard, so I didn't necessarily I didn't grow up with video games, so I only played Super Smash and Mario Kart at friends' houses. I'd say Mario is nostalgic for anybody in our generation just because we were we knew what it was, or we played it, etc. But I wasn't super heavily immersed until I got my Switch, and I did play Mario World 3D, and so I did get a lot more immersed into Mario lore. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm like some lore expert or anything. I've heard from like Super Mario fans that it looked and felt like Mario, but there was something really off about it still. Like they could still hear Chris Pratt, and they didn't like the whole Jack Black thing being Jack Black instead of, really being Bowser. I don't really care that much. I like Jack Black, so I didn't really have a problem with that.
I have two different opinions about Jack Black that are conflicting with me right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, But anyways,
Right.
Yeah. Man,
but I think, like, to your point, like, this movie made me realize how nostalgic I was for Super Mario, because I didn't realize like how much Mario was a part of my childhood. Because like I didn't have my own gaming console until I got a DS in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Bros. That was the game I had for the longest time. It was the only game I had until I found Pokemon White. And then so I played Mario. My mom played Mario. Like she would literally kick me off my DS to play Mario.
Nice.
And before that, I would go over to my cousins and we played Super Mario Party. So that was fun. We played Super Smash on the GameCube. The GameCube ringtone, I knew instantly. Like that took me back to being on my cousin's floor with 4 controllers plugged into that GameCube playing Smash. Like that took me back. Yeah. So like it just like awoken a nostalgia within me that I didn't know I had or didn't remember.
Yeah.
And so I think that's like it just took me in like full head on. So
I gotta say too, the Princess Peach stuff. Obviously, we're in 2023, so Princess Peach is going to be boss girl. Obviously that's going to happen. But it really wasn't that, like, it wasn't too much at all. In fact, it worked actually for her character, I thought.
And they didn't compromise. They didn't compromise the story for her. Right. Because typically in Mario, you have to save Princess Peach, right?
Right.
And in the movie, they're trying to save Luigi, which goes with, they came into the world, they got separated, right? Yeah. Spoiler, sorry. They're separated, right? And so they're trying to get back together because Mario and Luigi got to be together, right? And so like, he's got to go save Luigi. He meets Princess Peach and she trains him.
And honestly, it seemed to me she kind of fell in love with him like immediately. So at least they were still keeping that too,
Yes, right. So they like Mario and Peach are still looking like a thing, right?
Yeah.
And actually Bowser, his whole campaign is to marry Peach.
Which is accurate, yeah.
Which is accurate, right? That's why he kidnaps her. So it's like you're not compromising the story by making her a girl boss. It makes sense because she's a human that comes from the human world in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
And she's got to learn how to like growing up with it. It just naturally she's going to become a character, right?
Right.
So I didn't think anything of it. I was a concern. But
Yeah.
when we got there, I was like, I'm cool with this.
And spoilers too. Mario and Luigi do a boss team up at the end to defeat Bowser. So
Right.
it's still the Super Mario Bros. That defeat the villain. Which is
Right.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
maintain,
awesome. That was
They
really cool.
maintain the integrity of the bros,
Of the characters. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is cool.
Mhm.
And they did save her. He did kind of save her a little bit at the end during the
Mhm.
wedding. Actually, well, I guess
Well,
she kind
she
of saved herself, but
yeah,
She
but
did.
like yeah, but it, again, didn't compromise the story to me.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Like they
Yep.
didn't make her better than anybody else. In my
No.
opinion,
Right.
she was just a cool character, and then Mario caught up to her really quick. Like he wasn't like looking up to Peach the entire movie for him. Like that would have sucked if Mario sucked through the whole movie until the end. Like
Right.
a realization like he can do it. Like no, it was like a Rocky Balboa training style where he's like running the course, right? And he's trying to get good. And then he goes to fight DK. He's a little inept, right? But then he like figures out, okay, and like pretty quickly he's Mario,
Yeah.
so they didn't compromise that at all.
Yeah.
Right.
All he
What was your
needed
guys'
he just needed
Okay.
the cat and the raccoon costumes. That's all he needed.
Right. It was funny as soon as he pulled out the mini mushroom. Because I played Mario, I was
Mhm.
like, I know what's going on here.
Me
This
too,
is gonna
yeah.
be funny.
Although
Sure
I was
enough.
expecting him to have like the big head and the small body, like the actual mini Mario, but
Yeah,
it was fine.
yeah, that was funny.
But I knew
What
I
was
was
your guys'
like,
favorite part?
I was like, I knew when he got the final box. I'm like, it's gonna be Cat Mario. It's totally gonna be Cat Mario. And then they did it. I'm like, yes, it was great.
yes.
Yeah,
What was your
I
guys'
totally forgot
favorite,
about
like,
Raccoon too. But
Yeah.
favorite part of the movie. What was your favorite part?
I mean, obviously the team up at the end was epic. So I loved
That was
that
epic.
part.
It wasn't my
That was
favorite
good.
though.
No.
It wasn't
I
my
think-
favorite.
I think my favorite was the Rainbow Road because
Yeah, that's a
I
good
did
one
not
too.
play. So I played some Smash Brothers and I didn't play the OG Mario. I mostly played Mario Kart, so
Yeah.
that was the most nostalgic for me. And Rainbow Road sucks.
It does. They kind of showed you
Yeah.
falling off all the time,
Right.
Yep.
For me, like the part that like literally gave me chills was like when they rolled up in their carts. I was like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is badass. I don't know
Yeah.
how Mario could be badass, but it is, And then you
was.
see Toad rolling up in the truck.
Yes, that was
was
awesome.
awesome.
Which, by the way, that's
But
Key from Key and Peele. Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I that was my
Oh,
favorite part when they
you know
get
what?
to pick their carts.
Actually, my favorite part was the training sequence. Actually, because that's like,
That was good.
because she was like, "It's okay, nobody gets it on the first try," and it's literally like playing video games. It's like it's great. I was like, "Yes,
As an
that
Elden
was
Lord,
me."
I know.
Yes, yeah, right. That was me playing Mario. It's yeah, it's like you were playing the game. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my favorite part. But and of course the end credit scene. I love Yoshi. I always play as Yoshi in Smash, even though I really don't like Smash that much because I'm the worst at it. So, but it's still fun, and I always play Yoshi. So I'm excited to see
Honestly,
Yoshi.
like for me, there wasn't really an annoying character either.
No.
Like I wasn't
Mm.
annoyed by.
There was one
character.
annoying character I thought, actually, the little star, the little blue star. I'm like, will you just shut up? Like, I
Oh,
just want to
well,
die. It was like the muffin in ASDF. It's like,
Yeah.
please kill me, somebody eat me.
It was funny at first. Like at first it was
Yeah.
funny, but like,
Right,
the
but then
end,
they get saved, and it's like you wanted to die. What?
It's like
is weird.
no.
Yeah, I was like,
Is
dang
that-
it.
They
is
leaned into it
that
a little bit too much.
a Mario Bros character I've never.
I don't. Maybe in a new.
No,
one, I
it's
don't know.
like the they're NPCs kind of. I think
Like the squids.
kind
the
of
squids that hold
Yeah.
the signs or something.
something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's. Also, the ending. It was before the first end credit scene where the star is like, "Well, it's over now. Now you're just by yourself in the empty void." And I was like, "What?
What?
What does that have to do with anything?" And then he starts playing the Mario theme song, and I was like, "Okay,
On saxophone.
Okay.
that was weird."
Yeah, they like
So-
leaned into the star a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think
But-
so. I think so. Yeah,
I liked the penguin characters. I can't remember.
Yeah.
What
me at the end.
Yeah, the beginning opening
That
scene.
was
the
hilarious.
penguins. That
And
was
it's
funny.
funny too, because I seen that was in the trailer, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Mm-hmm.
But like seeing it in the movie just made me like laugh hysterically.
It was like,
Do
"That
you
is but a
yield?
taste. That was but a taste of our power."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, that was good.
I gotta say though, the Koopas, and maybe they're not supposed to be. I mean, the Wizard Koopa was kind of freaky, and so was like the main Koopa with the truck. But the rest of the Koopa soldiers weren't that scary at all. It's
I
like maybe they're not meant to be though.
I don't
I
think
mean,
I
well, when you
leaned to you, Nick, when I said this, but when he started torturing Luigi, I was like, Cuscio!
I mean, when you're playing like Super Mario Bros, you run into so many Koopas. It's like, I think that was the idea. Is like,
Okay.
there's just so many of them. You don't want to give them all characters.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
maybe just a few. So
Yeah.
right. Well, Zach is actually about to join, so perfect timing. Actually, we got through all that. Zach has not seen
Yeah.
Mario yet, or John
so
Wick.
before we rate it, before he
Yeah.
comes in here,
Mhm.
honestly, I give it a 9.3 for
9.3.
me.
I
loved it.
I think I'd give it a 9. Probably.
Yeah, I'd give it
Yeah.
like a 9.
Yeah,
So
It was
good.
enjoyable,
Nice.
but
It was
it
good.
was good.
Oh, I thought Zach would literally just join, but nope.
Nope. All right.
I don't have the ba na 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 na.
No.
You suck.
You suck. I know when you're gonna play that one. I know why you put it on the soundboard. I know what's coming up.
Yep. I'm doing a different soundboard depending on the week here, guys. So you can
Oh,
kind of get a
boy.
taste of what we're gonna be talking about soon. So
Hmm.
I guess we'll start with the. All right, so here we go. Zach's coming in.
All
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, which is nobody.
almost there.
This was you
I guess
though.
this-
Welcome,
Yeah,
Zach
this was-
Homer.
welcome, Zach.
Zach Homer. Hey, I actually have that same T-shirt that you're wearing right now.
I know. I
I-
figured it was
that's cool.
fitting for Star Wars night.
Yes,
Oh boy.
I'm wearing Cubs because go Cubs, right?
There you go.
Cubs.